Bartlett's Book of Anecdotes, edited by Clifton Fadiman and Andre Bernard. There were other editors too, I'm sure. Those are the general editors. Okay, so this is a book where you look up people, you look up a person, a famous person, and then it lists some anecdotes about that person that the editors hope highlight some part of that person's character. So it's got a dust jacket. And it's bound in cloth. It's a pretty big book, thick book. I'm taking these out. You know, when I find a bookmark in something like this that I don't remember why it was in there, then there's no point in keeping it in there. Okay. Sometimes I'm having a conversation with someone and I look it up and I go, oh, I kind of want to remember that. And then 10 years later. Okay, so this book was put out in 2000. I'm not sure if there's a more recent edition of this book. I haven't looked it up. But it's different from books of quotations, which are, I think, more common. It's books of anecdotes. So you find some famous person and then it tells you some interesting anecdote about that person. Interesting or humorous or enlightening in some way. It tells you something interesting about that person. What they say in the beginning is, you know, this isn't a scholarly work. We do our best, but don't consider this a primary source that a certain thing happened to a certain person. Sometimes anecdotes, you know, didn't really happen, or sometimes they happened to someone else. Sometimes they have anecdotes that are attributed to two or more people. And they just pick one of those people based on some criteria, but including, does it, you know, seem to be fitting with that person's character, or is that person really well known versus someone who is less well known. In any case, these are short anecdotes. Noah Webster, I saw Mark Twain, there's Joan Collins before, lots and lots of famous people, Maxim Gorky. Lots of famous, in fact, because I recently bought a book about Maxim Gorky. Let's see if I remember why that's there, but I want to read that later. Anyway, most of the people are famous in some way, even if I wouldn't know them, and then occasionally they get someone who's less well known. Yeah, the pages are reasonably thick. The binding, it's a glued binding, so that's not going to win any awards. But otherwise, nice solid book, easy to read, just quick little anecdotes, and yeah. So there we have it, Bartlett's Book of Anecdotes, with the general editors being Clifton Fadiman and Andre Bernard.